I totally hate the way it started over, but here we are, four regular guys, not athletes, not professionals, not famous. Just here talking about football. I know it's been a long time coming, holding our breath with the last live, just waiting for Brian so we can get on to the NFL free agency and talk about some football. So that's what we're going to do today. Talk about some football. Uh, I'm just going to state the one that we didn't get to talk about, probably the most infamous one at this point, this offseason. Max Crosby denied. Ryan.
Do you believe the Ravens that they wanted Trey Hendrickson and Max Crosby, or did they just decide, you know what, we don't want to give up the draft capital, and we worked out a deal with Trey Hendrickson and just said, you know what, he failed our physical? Like, what is there to believe? Because I don't know. The way it worked out where they signed Trey the next day, I'm sorry, like, F the Ravens for that move.
But what about Max? What does that say about him going into next season? Is he done? Is he sitting?
No, dude's gonna come play with a vengeance after that. Especially if they, man, you know NFL is gonna make it where Oakland plays the Ravens. You know for a fact.
The schedule's already out, right? Though.
I don't know.
Yeah, the teams are.
No, teams are.
The schedule's not, but who your matchups are has been out since before the Super Bowl.
Oh, I never even caught that.
I'm bet you're extra happy, Jason, right?
With the with Max Crosby, like, yeah, what the Ravens did was shady, but do you think any other team's going to offer him a similar deal? They're looking at it like, no, you're not getting that. It's a business. It's ruthless sometimes. Those things happen.
No, I think the Ravens backed out. They realized they gave up too much.
Oh, for sure.
I was hoping the
I don't
Cowboys were
agree
going
with
to
you
get
guys.
Trey.
I don't even agree with you guys. I think there's something wrong with Crosby. I think it's a legit concern. I don't think it was a power play. I don't think any of that's. It was a lateral move between Trey and Max, and there's actually something wrong with Crosby.
They're very
No?
well possibly could, because you remember there was this argument he was having with the Raiders organization because they wouldn't let him play the last couple of weeks because they said he was hurt. And he said, I'm not hurt. And so there was that back and forth. He was mad and he stormed out of the office or whatever. So who knows exactly what's going on. But I mean, if it is shady, it is what it is. That's how it works in the NFL.
It's not shady.
Even
Come
if it
on
is.
now. Larry,
It's not the first
conspiracy.
time we've seen pre-free agent moves before the league actually starts fail. I mean, there's other, there's been running backs who've committed to one place and then backed out last minute and signed other places. So, I mean, that's what you get for trying to start too early.
I mean, there was the great train robbery between y'all's teams. So
Right.
that was pretty shady too.
Herschel Walker, best running back ever. So Jason, we'll talk about the most recent one. Waddle. Is it an upgrade? Is it a true upgrade? Is Bo that much better than Tua?
It's an upgrade for us at receiver, and I do think that Bo is a more consistent quarterback than Tua, and he definitely has way better awareness than Tua ever did. He knows how to move and escape, and Waddle's really never had that. He's had a guy in the pocket that's just a sitting duck, and if he can get the ball to him quick enough, yeah, he was able to get the ball. So it'll be interesting to see, because Bo can move around and make things happen with his legs. So if they get some type of plays on the fly, it could be very interesting. And Waddle is definitely better than anybody we had in our receiving core.
If y'all would have gave up the third round pick in the exchange of fours for Waddle, I would say kudos to y'all, man. But to give up a first round pick Man, y'all are stupid. I'm sorry. The Broncos are dumb for that.
I think this draft is garbage anyway.
Offense better. It doesn't even make your offense better.
It does, though.
It
It makes
doesn't.
the offense
Mhm.
remarkably better because now they're going to open up the running.
Remarkably?
Yes.
When Tyreek Hill
Remarkably?
went down, what happened?
Did you see what Denver's offense had before that? They
You
don't have
didn't use
anybody
Jamar
other than
Chase. You
I-
got
they
Jalen Waddle.
they had a broke down, Cortland Sutton towards the end of his career is their leading receiver. At least Waddle has some jets on him and he can catch the ball and run routes. All these other guys that we have are 3s and 4s. I mean, Mims, he's a returner. He's a gadget guy. He's a 3. He's a 4. So is Franklin. So is Bryant. That's what they
So
are.
is Waddle.
And Waddle's the starting receiver.
He's a number 2
Sure.
at best.
But
Never
even
will-
then, that's
won't
still
be
an
more
upgrade
than
over
a
what
number
Denver
2
has.
ever.
But no, I think it's too much, but I don't think it really matters. Pick 30 is like, whatever. That's a second round pick, basically. Whatever. I don't like it.
It's an offensive tackle. Y'all could
We
use that.
have the best offensive line in football. I'm not worried about that.
Take
Denver
more
has
depth.
no
take a
need.
defensive tackle. Take a defensive lineman. There's too
They
much.
have
depth
some of
available
the
right
best
there.
defensive linemen in the league already. They have the best pass rush in the league. They don't need them.
Did you get
They
a good
don't need-
rotation? You know what a good rotation
They already have it. They have people they drafted last year that didn't even play. They've got pass rushers that you haven't even seen yet. They're stacked. They just made it to the championship game. They signed all of their free agents except for one, and they've got the same team coming back. That cohesiveness is going to go a long way, which teams don't really do anymore.
I will say Waddle does make your offensive better, but like not what they gave up.
I'm not
He's
too
watching
worried
that
about it. I
video.
wish it was less, but it
It's
didn't
not
really.
It's not a sprint. It's a waddle. All right, Larry, come on. Let us talk about this. Okay, it's not a therapy session, but we do have to talk about it. You guys get Kyler Murray to compete against the best quarterback coming out of that rookie draft class, JJ McCarthy. How do you feel about that? Do you think his confidence is now shot? It's done. He's not the guy.
I don't know, maybe, but I hope not. I think the deal that we got Murray on was spectacular.
It is a good
Yeah.
deal. It is a good
Literally changed for a old number 1 overall
Barely
pick
anything.
Heisman winner that's shown that he could play at a high level at least when he's not
He
hurt.
does have a pretty high quarterback completion percentage, to be honest. When we were looking through the later question we're going to come across, I was surprised to see his name as the 5th.
I think JJ is the future, and hopefully they can figure out a way to keep him there. Because I think he has something there, but I don't know about a fragile 29-year-old quarterback that's missed almost as many games as he's played in the NFL.
He's a vet minimum, hungry, and they just put him in a quarterback competition. They're looking at JJ like he's not the future. They have to.
Well, I think Kyler will go off this year.
Depends on what Kyler does.
After he goes off this year, he'll get a huge paycheck. And after he gets that huge paycheck, he's going to just go right back to being injured all the time, and we're going to shoot ourselves in the foot.
Sure, but didn't you guys just do what you did the previous year in Sam Darnold? And it's a stopgap because you have no confidence in JJ. It has to be, because why do you make that move as ownership, as management, as a coach? You don't make that move and put your quarterback's confidence in the tank.
Minnesota was going to get a veteran quarterback anyway. Arizona just happened to cut probably the best quarterback on the free agent market.
I agree with that. I agree. And then for the price tag, I mean, you might as well bring him in. Even if he only plays the 1 year. I mean, I felt like JJ needed to sit a couple of years regardless. You know, that's why I thought they should have kept Sam Darnold, to be honest. But I don't think Kyler's the long-term solution by any means. I think he'll bring excitement in for the first half of the year, but he gets banged up and he sucks the second half of every season he plays. So maybe JJ comes in, week 9.
Ooh, week 9.
Or earlier when Kyler Murray hurts his ankle or something.
I hope they don't trade him because I do think that we really haven't seen a lot from J.J. McCarthy. I'd like to see more before they jump the gun and decide whatever they're going to do. But I'm not against them bringing in a veteran to come in there because definitely the quarterback room was a mess last year. When J.J. went out, you had Carson Wentz, which I don't know why they brought him back. They damn near destroyed Carson Wentz last year. And Brosmer was historically bad. So they definitely needed an upgrade there. Hopefully they can improve that line in the draft. If I'm the Vikings, I draft 7 offensive linemen.
I did see D-Hop said that he'll come play for Kyler. He's the most accurate quarterback he's ever played with. So
he did.
All right, well, I'll go ahead and start this off by saying that everything in that video on the therapist was 100% correct, and it's how I felt. We get a Hall of Famer. We get a guy who's a threat in the end zone, who's a threat in third down, who can jump up, get the ball, made Johnny Manziel look like a superstar and fooled everyone. But and maybe some relief on CMC in those positions. But ultimately, we're competing against Seattle and the Rams, and that did nothing to secure those wins. So I'm not super excited. Ticket seller at best. I'm glad we got him at wide receiver 2 price.
He took less money to go there. He stayed in Tampa and finished out his career. He went there for less money. I don't think they're going to have him run as many routes as he's been running the last couple of years because obviously his hamstring can't take it, right? You know, the question for me is they're not re-signing Jennings, it looks like. I mean, maybe they do if nobody's picked him up yet. So maybe Jennings does come back. But who's the other receiver? Because you got Pearsall. I mean, who else is there? You know, is Ayuk is he going to get cut? I mean,
didn't they sign Christian Kirk? I thought they brought Kirk in.
It's a question for Roy. I don't think so.
Oh, nope, don't know. Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk. And again, does nothing to block the Seattle or the Los Angeles defense.
No.
But okay. Does nothing to block those.
Kirk's a decent wide receiver. He's not going to be like you can't feature him, but he can. He did all right in Houston last year.
Yeah, I mean he's a good wide receiver 3 to have. The move I like that y'all made the best is if he can stay healthy and play the whole season. Y'all brought back Greenlaw. I do like that move. I'm hoping he can stay healthy because when he was a 49er, he was a beast.
It was terrible for Denver last year.
Yeah.
He's past his pace. I told you too. I told you at the beginning of the season, and he's past his prime.
But Hufanga was fantastic.
Oh, yeah, he's great. As long as he stays healthy.
Yeah.
And he did last year.
And he did for once. Thanks for doing it somewhere else, I guess, jerk.
So I guess that leaves the Cowboys. All we did is Gary from Green Bay.
I was say, what did y'all do? I
mean, it's a linebacker on the edge. We needed that for the rotation, but man, I was really hoping we brought in Trey Hendrickson. I was glad they didn't go after Crosby. I didn't want them to give up their draft capital for him because they would have had to give up what they gave up for Parsons, right? Like, it makes no sense now to get rid of Parsons if you're going to go after Crosby. So, I mean, I thought they were going to get Trey Hendrickson. Seeing what Trey signed for at the Ravens, it's like, man, we could have got him at that price. I think we could have afforded that. But outside of that, I mean, we've made little tiny moves. We just don't have any big splashes. Everything's been depth. We brought in a safety, cornerback, some depth there, but it's all about the draft for us, I guess. And hopefully we make some moves because right now I'm not liking what I'm seeing. We ain't doing enough.
I feel like deja vu just happened. Like last season was the same thing, and it's
always the same thing with the Cowboys. We do nothing.
But everybody's overpaying for free agents right now, and if you look at what the Colts paid Alex Pierce and Daniel Jones, it's kind of like, like my goodness.
Yeah.
So please tell me that Alec Pierce is. Tell me he's not as good as that money, that paycheck.
He's not.
He's not.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, if he were to get enough targets at the pace he was at, potentially, but can he handle that extra workload without getting hurt? Would be my concern.
I felt like he made some exciting plays, but I don't think he's that guy to be paying that much money. And I don't think Daniel Jones, coming off a ruptured Achilles tendon, get $50 million a year. Come on.
So they letting Richardson go?
They should. Like right now, where he still has value, he doesn't play another year, and his value goes that much. Just deal him now.
Who's the week 1 starter for them, though?
That's what I mean. They might need him the first couple weeks.
What? Danny Dimes, bro? Indiana Jones.
I don't know. What if he's not ready?
Was late in the year, so I don't know.
You think he's going to be ready week 1?
He's gonna be ready.
He may not be ready.
I don't think Mahomes is going to be ready week 1 either.
No, that's why they brought in.
Fields. They got Fields.
They brought in the Jets QB.
Yeah.
Justin
what's his name?
Fields.
Yeah, there you go. Justin. Yep.
Because he's always good in like week 1 and week 2, and then that's it.
Because Minshew went to Arizona. Might end up starting in Arizona because I don't know what.
Yeah, he might end up starting.
Now left Brissett.
I think Brissett left, didn't he? Or he was a free agent?
I thought they re-signed him for a 1-year deal.
He looked all right. I don't know that he was a viable starter long term, but
no.
He was cooking, though. He was cooking.
They were actually at least moving the ball downfield with Michael Wilson, and even Marvin Harrison got a little bit more involved when Brissett was the quarterback. So, I mean, that's why I'm kind of scared for the Vikings. I don't think Kyler Murray's going to do much because he had the same receivers that Brissett had. What did he do with them in Arizona? So
more motivated in a new area. He was tired of playing in Arizona.
It's possible. Went from extreme heat to extreme cold, though.
We have a dome. It'd be all right.
Yeah. What are some other free agents out there that Tyreek? Where's Tyreek going? Is he just waiting, or is he past his prime? Is he not even thinking about football?
I bet if he does play, it'll be when he comes back healthy and a team that's like making a push for the Super Bowl run, needs a receiver or something like that, he'll sign. That's my guess.
He was talking to the Bills.
The Bills. He's gonna pull a Odell Beckham and go to whoever's the winner, whoever gets in there.
But if you gave Josh Allen, DJ Moore, and Tyreek Hill, that would be very interesting. He's never had anything close to that. Even a 70% Tyreek Hill would be better than anything he's had.
I mean, that's when Tyreek Hill was at his best, is when Mahomes broke the pocket and was shuffling all over the place and plays broke down. Tyreek's just so fast and fidgety that he's able to get deep and just Mahomes just had to throw it up. And I mean, it's wide open Tyreek.
Oh,
so, I mean,
we didn't talk about
that.
We didn't talk about DJ Moore going to Buffalo. I think that's significant because he's going to cook with Josh Allen. Like DJ Moore is going to have his best year.
It's the first receiver he's had since Diggs. So, I mean,
he's going to see.
If you say so. I don't know. There's something about Josh Allen that just screams, I'm going to lose this game.
I don't care about that as far as fantasy goes. I'm just saying is he's going to get a lot of targets and a lot of yards.
No, okay, yeah, fantasy-wise, sure, yeah. Throw tons of yards. He's great. But it clutch, I don't know, something seems off. Something seems off.
My favorite move, though, of the whole offseason is Kansas City getting Kenneth Walker. I think that just makes that offense – man, like if they can get some good young people on defense, because they lost a lot of defense, if they can draft like the Rams have been drafting, I mean, they could be a force to reckon with. But their I don't know, they might be the Bengals, a really great offense, no defense. Who knows? But I think he really makes that offense very, I don't know, all around instead of just all Mahomes.
Yeah. The problem with Kenneth Walker is you can't use him as an every down back the entire season because he will get hurt.
I'm not mad that he's gone.
Charbonnet went out.
Yeah, they used him for 3 games when Charbonnet went out. That's not like like the entire like if you follow the whole season, Charbonnet would get banged up 1 week, then Walker would get banged up. They'd go back and forth. And when I know having Kenneth Walker in fantasy several years, he gets hurt and he misses stretches.
I got him on a dynasty team. I get you.
So good player, absolutely. I don't know that he's going to stay healthy enough. If they try to make him an every down back, I think it's a mistake. If they keep Pacheco and they try to use Pacheco sort of as in that Charbonnet role, then it might be effective.
Yeah, they
Pacheco's not there anymore.
Where did he go?
He went to Detroit.
He went to yes, he did.
So they definitely need to get another running back because
he replaced David Montgomery.
You can't.
Yeah,
you can't use him as a every down back.
Every down back. Yeah. I think it was a lateral move between Montgomery and Pacheco. It's the same back. Then you got the 1-2 punch. It's okay.
Pacheco runs with a lot of force. I think Walker has a lot of better vision and patience to like find the hole to open up to go through, where Pacheco just like try to manhandle his way through the hole. I think Walker has a little bit more finesse in his running ability, kind of like a Le'Veon Bell.
I don't think Walker makes it through the whole year as a workhorse. The reason he was successful last year is because he didn't have to be the workhorse.
And KC's offensive line.
I guarantee you Walker gets injured halfway through the season.
I don't know. KC's in a prime spot to draft Miami right tackle. So, I mean, they're in a prime spot to draft the offensive line.
And they have another tackle playing tight end right now in Travis Kelce because he's slow as dirt. So,
yeah, I don't. Is he a liability at this point?
Ooh, yes, I think so.
And like that's the thing is like he's first ballot Hall of Famer, but like deciding to come back, I'm thinking to myself, well, they may have to think about second or third round drafting a tight end.
They got Noah Gray.
Yeah, they got one already. He's good.
He's not a starter.
What? Says the guy that said Waddle's good and an upgrade.
Waddle is like in a complete different league than Noah Gray.
No, sure. But I'm just saying, we can't trust your judgment. Noah Gray's still pretty good. No,
Noah Gray doesn't even get drafted in like best ball 18, 20 rounds.
It's because Travis Kelce's over there. Yeah.
I mean, if Kelce was out the whole year, I bet Noah Gray would get drafted pretty decent. Like he would get drafted.
Yeah.
Like 15th round.
Who cares? That's your sleeper pick.
Comparing him to Waddle's kind of I don't know.
Waddle's like 11th, 12th round.
Waddle, in best ball, probably 6th or 7th round.
I think half the games are going to be bust for Waddle.
I agree.
I think that fantasy, it's a gamble because of just how that offense plays, that they're going to spread the ball out still.
Right.
But
screen.
Yeah. But one thing is, Waddle can take screens to the house.
I don't know. What kind of success does Tua have over there in Atlanta, Larry? Is it an upgrade to the other two quarterbacks?
They should just stick with Penix. At least you don't know what you got with him. Don't make that face. You know what you get with Tua. You don't necessarily know what you're getting with Penix. Penix can develop still. Tua's done. And he's one concussion away from the grave. So, I don't know. I wouldn't have paid that man anything.
Is Penix even ready to start the season?
Who cares?
Still start him.
I'd rather have his corpse out there than the other corpse.
Still start him over Tua even if he's hurt.
I got a feeling they might deal Penix. I still have a feeling they might deal Penix. We'll see.
It's possible, yeah, that they deal him. AR is gone, but there are not a lot of competent quarterbacks, in my opinion. A plethora of quarterbacks out there that you can fit in a starting role that right now is sitting on the bench or in a quarterback controversy. There aren't many anymore.
Well,
look at
they let their better quarterback go. So
the Jets are going back to the guy they drafted in 2013.
Yo. Why did they get Geno? It must familiarity, right? Familiarity, Jason.
Geno's been fleecing people.
I think those two teenage boys are just, running that team into the ground.
Geno went 29-22 with Seattle. As soon as they got rid of him, they won the Super Bowl. Like, tell me who the dead weight was on that team.
I think the Jets try to move back into the first round and try to get Ty Simpson.
All right. Well, leading out of free agency, and just a little brief touch on the draft. Mendoza, is he a legit number one pick? Because that's where they're going. That's what the Raiders are doing. Mendoza will be the number
Miami
one pick.
wins that game if it's not for Mendoza manhandling his way into the end zone on that drive. I'm sorry, Miami.
One of the best college football plays I've ever seen.
That way he busted through those couple tackles and dove into the end zone. That won the game for them.
Even as a Hurricane fan for you, that had to have been crazy, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I got to give him the props, man, because I really thought we had that game, man. Bane, I hope the Cowboys somehow get Bane. I don't think he goes that late, but man, if they can get Ruben Bane, I'm excited. But Mendoza, I think he's legit. I think he's a Josh Allen type quarterback with a little more accuracy.
He's what?
He's got heart.
He does have heart. His tenacity is there. I see it.
I think him having a little Hispanic heritage in him is great. I mean, that's what Raiders Nation's a very big, Hispanic team. I think he fits that culture well. I think the fans are going to love him. I think, like I said, I feel like he's Josh Allen, but he's got more accuracy and better read ability than Josh Allen had coming out at the beginning of his career.
Yeah, you think about it. He's going to have Powers and Genty, so he's going to have an elite running back, an elite tight end.
Yeah,
they're not going to be a pushover. Maybe this year, getting everything together, they still have a losing record, but they're going.
NFL is different than college. The speed.
They're going to be tough in the next couple of years.
I think it'd be smart if they went out and got one of his receivers. That way, he has some guy that he's worked with. Yeah, and because those receivers were pretty good in Indiana, in my opinion, they helped him out a lot. All right. Well, hey Larry, who do you think had the best free agent signing? What was the best free agent signing in your opinion?
DJ Moore.
Jason?
That was a trade, though.
That was a trade.
Oh, it was a trade, not a free agent signing.
Oh.
Still, free agent signing?
We'll say Minnesota. Move. We'll say move.
Free agent moves. Free off-season move.
Off-season move.
Minnesota getting Kyler for as little as they did.
For less than $2 million. For less than $2 million. What is it? 1.58 million?
Yeah, it was like 1.4 million or something. It was vet minimum.
I mean,
that would be the only reason.
That is probably the best move just financially for a team, by far.
Brian, is that yours too? Kyler Murray?
I already told you mine. I think Kenneth Walker going to the Chiefs. I think that makes the Chiefs Super Bowl contender again.
It's a strong one. Man. I think Max Crosby not going anywhere and being on the Raiders makes them a contender if they make the right moves. And you can see an entire 180 in that division. I like Mendoza.
They got a good defense. I feel like the Raiders, the reason they were competitive is because of their defense. It definitely wasn't their offense keeping them in the games.
Now, like I said, that you guys pointed it out, he's got a tight end, he's got Genty. All they need to do is draft one of his college teammates who he has rapport with and draft interior, always interior. Yeah, they need linemen. Bad. And then all of a sudden, they're on top of that division. Bold statement.
Not this year.
Yeah, not this year.
I agree with Jason. Maybe here in the next 2 or 3 years, they'll be competitive. That's a tough division to just
once the Broncos. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying it's too hard to jump from the bottom to the top in a division that tough. That's all I was saying.
Once the Broncos get to where they can't afford to keep all their defense intact and they start falling apart, then I think the Raiders can possibly overstep Kansas City, because Kansas City's going to have the same problems unless Mahomes takes a Brady-type deal. Because he's coming up due for a new contract not that far from now.
And everybody's getting paid. I mean, dang. Some of these contracts, crazy.
It is crazy.
All right.
All right, where are we at?
Well, moving on. We are on the questions since free agency is over. Got to put the spectacles on because you know that I'm old. And let's go ahead and start with who is the worst Super Bowl team of all time? Brian, yes, sir.
2006, 2007 Bears. How did they make the Super Bowl? I mean, it was Devin Hester, right? Their defense and Devin Hester, because their offense was complete trash with Rex Grossman. How did they even make the Super Bowl? It was Devin Hester, right? I mean, that was their offense.
It's not a bad pick. They were bad.
It's not a bad pick. It's not a bad pick. They almost won against an Indy team.
And then, I mean, the Colts didn't even destroy them that bad. I mean, that's how good the Bears defense was. But that offense, I think all the points they put up was what? Devin Hester, right? He had 2 returns?
Yeah, what was the one at the beginning?
I think 2 of them were Hester.
I think one of them definitely was Hester, and I think that was at the very start of the game.
Yeah.
It was the opening kickoff.
Maybe the other one was
Brian Urlacher, though. Yeah, I think so. Brian Urlacher was the man, though, and that defense was really hot. I can't go with that. So I'm going to throw out the and this may be a homer pick, the 1994 San Diego Chargers. I challenge you to tell me who they played in the Super Bowl that year and who their starting quarterback was.
They played the 49ers. That was Junior Seau's defense. Their quarterback, though, it wasn't Gannon. I can't remember their quarterback.
Jason just said it.
Who was it?
Stan Humphries.
Yeah. But that's a Rex Grossman, man. I mean, it's the same thing I'm talking about. San Diego made it there because of their defense. I mean, it's the same pick.
Their defense wasn't even that good. That whole AFC bracket was just horrible. And Natron Means Business had like the year of his career. The year of his career.
It's not a bad pick. Don't get me wrong, because they got absolutely destroyed in the Super Bowl.
Murdered by
like 45 or 50 to like what? 10?
49 to 26.
Oh, Niners even got 26.
Steve finally got the monkey off his back. Not really, though, but sort of. Worst Super Bowl team ever?
The 2025-26 Patriots.
Was that the year they played the Rams?
No, that was this year.
No, that was this year.
Oh. I forgot they made it to the Super Bowl. That's how bad they were.
I can't argue that pick. I can't. They were not good. They were like, what's the most notable person other than Drake May?
Diggs?
Still Stefon Diggs, probably, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I still think if Bo Nix doesn't get hurt, Denver goes to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But you're right. They didn't even have a prominent defense. They had nothing notable. It was just footnote, Bo Nix injured. Snow.
I think Seattle wins regardless, but Denver would have put up more of a fight.
Yeah.
All right, Jason, what you got?
1985 New England Patriots. The ones that lost to the Super Bowl, the Bears. They were so bad in that Super Bowl, they benched their starting quarterback, Tony Eason, for Steve Grogan. And the Bears were just pretty much mocking him the entire game. They ran a touchdown in with the fridge. Like they knew they were going to win that game from the start. The Patriots somehow pulled off a miracle upset in Miami over Marino and the Dolphins, and they just were completely outmatched from the beginning. First Super Bowl
this year. Kind of like the Patriots of this year, where they just got in by they shouldn't even have been there.
Yeah. The only reason I picked them is because they actually benched their quarterback in the third quarter of that one.
I think the Super Bowl was like 42-10, something like that, 42-17.
That one was 46-10 with the Bears.
46-10? Oh, okay.
I think there was a safety in there somewhere.
Yeah. No doubt there would have been with that defense.
Yeah, that was just big. I mean, the other one that I'm surprised nobody said, I'm surprised you didn't say it, was the Denver team that played in 1990 against the Niners, because they were just completely outmatched.
Why would we say that? They were still an excellent team in that game. They had John Elway.
Y'all threw the same pass against our defense 3 times to Jerry Rice, and every one of them was a touchdown. Like, they didn't even try to change the plays. Like, it was so bad that, like,
y'all had John Elway, man. John Elway was a great. Okay, maybe, but still, y'all had John Elway.
They had Elway and Atwater, and
none of the other teams that were named had a prominent quarterback.
Yeah, it was. I think that's probably the worst Super Bowl performance.
It was the best Super Bowl performance.
Not for Denver.
Talking about Denver, 55-10. That's glorious, glorious.
I laughed the next year though when y'all lost to that fluky garbage Giants team with Hostetler.
Don't make me cry. Hold on, I'll be right back.
He took 25 minutes to get off that.
Didn't he?
Huh?
I said he took 25 minutes to get off.
It was like he was laid on the ground or something and got up.
He was like, "I'll be right back."
I guess Arizona just won.
Probably
beat Utah State, and UConn and UCLA is tied.
Y'all watch any of that flag football?
I heard about it.
I didn't care.
I'm watching basketball all weekend.
I watched Miami lose at the very end.
Oh, to Purdue.
Iowa upsetting Florida is huge.
That was crazy.
March Madness, baby.
Mm-hmm. There hasn't been a whole lot of madness, though.
All the perfect brackets are gone, though.
No, what about that Kentucky game that went to overtime? And it was like a last-minute 3, and then threw it down, and he made a half-court shot for the.
Yeah, it was short-lived. They lost today by a lot. So.
Yeah, Iowa State destroyed them.
They gave up a buzzer beater 3 at halftime to go down 1, and then there was no looking back in the second half. They lost by like 19. Yeah, it was embarrassing. But Kentucky lost their best player before the first game of the season, so they got to where they were without their best player. So I wasn't expecting them to do anything. So
good. I like it when your teams lose, all of them. All right, next one. Who is the lamest person on this slide? Yes, person in the back row. Yep. Diagonally. There you go. is behind the curve. He is behind the curve. All right. No, but who is the most accurate quarterback in NFL history? It may be a
So let's
no-brainer,
break this
but
question down a little bit, though. Let's get the parameters of the question. Are we talking about career? Are we talking about season?
career.
Are we talking about how long of a
Career.
career? How long?
It
How many
doesn't matter.
years minimum?
Make your argument, sir. Make your argument.
I mean, if you just want to go by straight to statistics, it's Joe Burrow.
Yeah, statistically, factually, it would be Joe Burrow.
Longevity, I guess Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady. I feel like you could put all three of them up there, but I mean, Tua's 68%.
That tells you that the metric of completion percentage is skewed. And so there needs to be some other things involved in this formula to determine who the actual quarterback is. And so my argument is definitely not for Joe Burrow. Definitely not for Joe Burrow. But after 23 seasons, Brady being at 64.3%.
Yes.
I'm going with Brady.
Brady would be one for me. And then Breeze, because Breeze technically is 67%. And then I put Peyton Manning because he's 65. So, I mean, he's even better than Brady technically. But those would be my top three. I feel like you could shuffle them any way you want, but the Super Bowls have to matter, right? So,
yeah. Well, when I think about accurate quarterback, Breeze is the first name that comes to my mind.
Same here.
He was
Breeze.
Yeah, he's very accurate. Yeah.
I feel like Breeze had had several seasons where it was like above 70%. Like there was just a couple of seasons where he was just far and away the most accurate, and he did it more than once. I think Tua, you look at it, Tua's pretty much got a relatively short sample considering how few games he's played.
And I mean, even Burrow's only 5 years, so
yeah, and he's been banged up for half of those too.
Right. What's Dan Marino's percentage for his career? Without looking it up right now.
Yeah, let me tell you how flawed, though, just looking at the completion percentage is, though. Does anybody who know who
59.4?
Yeah, I know.
59, huh?
For Dan Marino.
59.4.
That's how it was back in the day, though. It was a different game. They were all under 60.
It was a different game. But number 4, guys, is Jimmy Garoppolo. I just want you to know at 67%.
I know.
Yeah. And
Kyler Murray's 5. Dak is 6.
I think it's the way the game is played now. I think that it plays into the quarterback's hands. It's easier for them to have a more accurate ball.
Passes.
Yeah, a lot of short dump off passes. That's what Tua's been doing. Tua doesn't hardly throw the ball downfield ever. All his throws are within 5 or 10 yards. When he had Tyreek, he'd throw it sometimes, but 90% of his throws are less than 10 yards.
Yeah.
Now, I will say this. If Joe Burrow can stay healthy and continue what he's doing, I could see him being that guy. If he can continue what he's at. Because he does throw a pretty pass. I mean, he does flick it well.
He just hasn't been healthy in like 3 years.
Yeah. They need an offensive line and a defense to keep them off. You know, they just need defense.
They got to stop paying 2 players all of their salary cap.
Yeah.
3 of them.
3 players. Yeah.
But if he doesn't have Higgins and Chase, maybe he doesn't. He's also not at 68%.
And they just lost their best defensive players, so they're probably going to be in the same spot this year.
If they don't have Higgins and Chase, then he stays on his feet and is probably not injured as much.
And if he's as good as he's supposed to be, then you aspire to be Tom Brady, and you do it with anybody that's in front of you.
That's why I like Tom Brady as number 1, is because outside of Randy Moss, I mean, he had Wes Welker and Julian Edelman, but they're the slot guy. That's the only guy he's ever had that was a real true alpha receiver. And that was only for, 2 years?
I think him and Breeze are of the same cloth. Like, it's not about how accurate they are, even though they were accurate. It's just that pre-snap read was better than.
But we're not talking about the greatest quarterback ever. We're talking about completion percentage.
Right.
I'm not talking about completion percentage.
Brady.
I'm talking about accuracy. I'm not talking about completion
That's
percentage.
the only reason I'm picking Brees. It's accuracy.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm going with Brees as well.
But not necessarily completion percentage.
I feel like if Brees would have played as many years as Brady did, his percentage would have dropped those last few years because his arm started going out. He couldn't throw but anything at 15 yards.
And the Super Bowl's put a lot of weight on, a lot of weight into it, in my opinion. Well, I don't have a graphic for this one because I'm only allowed so many graphics because I'm not paying for this thing. So you did say it earlier, Jason. The guy, or someone said it, 59% you said Dan Marino was?
59.4.
So oh, yeah. So how many yards would Dan Marino get in the season in today's game, Jason? How many?
6,000. 6,000.
That was my number 2.
I think he breaks 5,000. 6,000 is a little ridiculous.
Why?
He broke 5,000 in 1984.
Sure. When it was a running predominantly league, and you're talking about how they set up quarterbacks right now, man, that dude can
still needs receivers that are going to catch the ball.
In that case, you would give him his receivers he had then, Duper and Clayton and them. Yeah, he gets 6,000.
I don't know.
So you're essentially saying Dan Marino is the greatest quarterback of all time.
Put him in another era. It's like NJ in today's era, LeBron in NJ's era. Like
because quarterbacks that
look what Peyton Manning did in 2013.
He didn't throw for 6,000 yards. You have quarterbacks that are technically better than Dan Marino that didn't even sniff 6,000 yards. So
yeah, but okay, you consider Peyton Manning the greatest of all time?
No. And he didn't hit 6,000.
Okay, but he had 5,500 yards with that team in 20.
I could see Marino getting close to that.
Yeah, I think it'd be more because they're playing 17 games. They only played 16.
I think that Marino could get close to that. Yeah, Peyton would have probably got like 37, 57, 5,800 that year if he had an extra game.
Yeah, that's what it would be to me. It's not about, they're the greatest of all time. It's about what he could do statistically. Like, the game is so friendly.
Great.
No,
I think
it's so friendly to quarterbacks.
5,500.
Like, I think Joe Montana would be putting 5,000 yard season. So would Elway. So would
agree.
A lot of those guys are better than these guys today, but everybody has this tunnel vision of NFL didn't exist before the year 2000.
I just think it's ridiculous.
Old man talking.
That an 80-year-old,
hits they took too back then too. I mean, they were getting hit. They had
Dan Marino's
monster defensive linemen coming out there just slaughtering the quarterbacks back in the day. Like that's not even allowed now. So
and the ones that are coming out today, and Brady will even say this, where they're not being taught any type of fundamentals of the position. They don't understand the position. They're just being thrown in these spread offenses, and they're just throwing the ball up for grabs. Like they don't know the technical aspects of the positions the way the guys before them did.
Maybe I'll say 5,800.
Extreme.
I'm not
he'd throw for a lot though. The way that's all designed for short and intermediate passes and RPOs, like that. It would just open up so much for a guy who loves to throw the ball 50 times a game, every game.
Warren Moon would probably be in that same ballpark because of what that run and shoot, what they did. And Warren Moon never sniffed a Super Bowl. So it doesn't have to be about greatest of all time or sniffing Super Bowl. It's just what those offenses could do statistically. If you put them in today's game with those receivers they had, they just run roughshod over everybody.
I thought Warren Moon made it to a Super Bowl, or was that Steve McNair?
No, McNair made it.
Steve McNair.
Okay.
As a Titan. Crazy. Well, last one then. What is the greatest NFL play ever?
OBJ. OBJ. I mean, that catch for a touchdown. I mean, I hate to say it as a Cowboys fan, but I can't think of a play that I've seen better than that. And it was for a touchdown. That catch, man, 3 fingers. Man, reaching back here. Name it. What's better? What's better?
I think you misunderstood the question. The question wasn't what was the greatest catch ever.
You said the
greatest question was what is the greatest play ever?
That's the greatest play in my mind. What's better?
Larry, what's better?
Oh, there's a bunch of them.
Oh, God. Jason, what's better?
Immaculate reception.
Yes, that was pretty good. We didn't even get to see it, though, because it clips it off, so you don't even know if it touched the ground. You know that controversy, right?
Was that the Franco Harris one?
Yeah, I just watching that play and how it played out because the owner of the Steelers, Art Rooney, was going down the elevator, was ready to go congratulate them on their win. Like the way that play, the significance of that play because like they were going to lose that game, and that was a playoff game. So,
what about beast mode?
Oh, definitely a great play, fantastic play. The one against the Saints.
The 7-9 Seattle Seahawks go into the Super Bowl favorite New Orleans Saints, and he runs that go-ahead touchdown in to win the game.
They weren't
from like 70 yards.
When I first read the question, all I thought about was Barry Sanders highlights. When I first read the question, there's so many highlights where he's just juking, blah, 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 you know, like, and then bam, he's gone, right? Like, but then I just started thinking, and I was just like, then I just remembered that catch. And like Odell Beckham, you know, his first 3 years, he was great. And then he kind of fell off. I know he had a couple of 1,000-yard seasons after that, but just that catch, man, like it sticks in my brain. And maybe it's just because I'm a Cowboys fan. I don't know. And it was just a dagger to the heart when he caught it. But like, I don't know. That catch was amazing.
Well, we got the Minneapolis Miracle as a Vikings fan.
Ooh, that was exciting, though. Like
that was
whoa!
I almost flipped my table at the place I was at when I jumped up.
What
out
about
of my seat.
David Tyree?
No,
okay.
Yeah, the helmet
all right. Here, that's my pick because the significance matters. So you automatically go to the Super Bowl plays. The significance matters. That catch, it might have been where Eli should have been called as a sack. Throws off his back foot and catches it with his helmet. Contested. The defender had his hand on the ball, and it didn't even hit the ground in the Super Bowl. Yeah. That was the greatest play ever.
You remember who the defender was?
Woodson?
No, Rodney is it Rodney Harrison?
Yeah, Harrison. That's right. It's Harrison.
Yeah.
When they bring it up, he hates it.
Yes, I love it. Hey, that was the best player.
You couldn't defend that play any better.
That was the best player on the the San Diego Chargers 1994 team.
I think Junior. I don't know. Junior was there.
What about the butt fumble?
That's the greatest blooper of all time.
You know, and then
what about the Santonio home touchdown to win the game against Arizona?
It was a good catch.
Toes on the edge of the end zone.
It's not the greatest play though.
Yeah, he barely got his toes in.
The second to rival that play is the interception by Malcolm Butler in the end zone. Shocked the world. Like, oh shit! No one expected that to happen.
Yeah, because they should have ran the ball up the middle with Marshawn Lynch.
Absolutely.
They still had like 30 seconds left in the game.
Nobody would have made the bet that the Patriots are going to win once they were on the 1 yard line or 2 or whatever they were.
Marshawn said that he went up to Pete Carroll, took his helmet off, and laughed in his face.
Yeah, I heard that.
That didn't happen. That didn't.
But he's pretty. That dude is so like. Well, yeah, he's so mad about that play. But they never gave him the ball.
I don't think Marshawn Lynch would lie about it.
He's so upset that he didn't get a chance to run the ball in.
He said what teed him off is that Russell Wilson took his helmet off on the sideline while New England was jumping up and down, and Russ goes, "Man, we'll get him next time." And he said he just got so mad, he took his helmet off, went up to Pete Carroll, and just like laughed in his face. He was so mad.
Play. Why would you do that?
You got one of, if not the best running back in the league at that moment. At the one with like 30 seconds left and a first down and goal. Why do you not hand it off 3 times?
That was almost my number one, just for all of those reasons. And then number 3 was that Edelman catch in the comeback against Atlanta. Yeah,
that started the comeback.
Yes, that started the comeback. Because it was over if he didn't catch that ball, and that was a great catch. That was.
You sound like.
I admit, as far as significance of the plays,
I'm just saying
all of y'all are better because we're picking plays out of the Super Bowl. So it has more meaning. So I get that. So I do agree with that. If you want to take it in that concept of the meaning of the game, yes, all of y'all's picks are better because they're Super Bowl games.
If we want to pick one that's not a catch, there's that in the Bengals-Rams Super Bowl where Donald hits Burrow, and if he doesn't hit him at the second he hits him, Chase is wide open down there for a touchdown. And that would win the game for the Bengals. So he got it to him just in time.
What was the score of that game? Wasn't it like 13-6 or something?
I think it was like I thought it was within 6 points.
Or maybe that was the Patriots.
It was like
the Rams.
24-17 or something.
Maybe that was when the Patriots beat the Rams.
But if he doesn't get to him right when he does, that's a touchdown.
Yeah, I can't think of another.
23-20.
23-20.
I must be thinking of when the Patriots beat Golf in the Super Bowl.
The Rams, yeah, that
was like 13-6, and I was like, man, that was a crappy game
or something like that. Yeah.
Well, yep, that's what I had. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3.
13-3,
man, even worse than what I thought it was. That whole game is what provoked the whole Matthew Stafford trade, I bet.
Oh, yeah, definitely. They were looking for somebody different as soon as that game ended.
So what we got? Bold predictions still?
We could do bold predictions, but I'm going to say something really bold in that Junior Seau was overrated.
You say what you want to say about a dead man, but I wouldn't.
I ain't talking about him being dead. I'm just saying.
That dude was a thorn in our side for 2 games every year. I'm not going to.
He was even a threat when he was on the Patriots too. But whatever. But NFC Championship game.
I don't think it was overrated.
Cowboys versus the Rams. The Rams win and get the Super Bowl they should have got last year. That's my bold opinion going into next season.
Yeah. What a homer pick.
I picked them to lose. I think the Rams, I think Seattle falls off. I think they're still competitive, but I think the Rams are just going to be so much better than last year.
You only said the loss because you know how ridiculous it sounded from the start.
I think the Cowboys are going to be a lot better going in this season.
Going to the Super Bowl, right?
You can be a hater if you want.
Oh, yeah. No,
I know you're finishing third in your division, so.
That's what y'all said last time. We got to the playoffs. No, but seriously, I'm not picking the Niners in the championship game. It's probably going to be a repeat, Seattle and Los Angeles, and it was.
I think the Rams. I think the Chiefs or the Broncos make it in the AFC, and they'll be against the Rams.
You think Stafford's going to stay healthy a whole season again? Because the Rams ain't making it unless.
With the receiving core he has, he doesn't have a reason to hold on to the ball. One of them guys is going to be open. So.
But if Stafford's dead halfway through the season, the Rams.
But they got the 4th most accurate quarterback in NFL history behind him.
Yeah, he got lucky and stayed healthy after he was hurt before the year started.
Yeah,
Jimmy G, baby. He's been to Super Bowls.
He's 68%, 67%, something like that.
67. I was surprised. I was like, why is he 67? That's really funny. He's better
every time he came in for the Patriots, he would be like 4 for 4 at the end of the game. 4 for 4 at end of every game he came in. Or he played the week 17 and he'd be like 21 for 25.
I don't have a polled prediction because the one I'm ultimately want to say I don't want to say because I don't want it to manifest into reality by accident. So I'm not going to say it. I'm just going to be like, you know what? The season's going to be.
Now everybody wants to know what it is. Now you're just letting our fans down. They want to know what you got to say, Roy. You got to say it now.
The few that there are can be in suspense. Just know that I hate this team third on my list.
You think Green Bay is going to go somewhere?
No, because Jordan Love sucks.
I'm just trying to think who your third team that you hate the most is.
Yeah. No, I don't hate the Green Bay Packers because they always lose to us. Obviously, number one is, and number two, right there. Right there. I believe Larry got it for me. Right there. See it?
Oh,
Seattle?
Yeah, that's right. And then there's
Seattle's your second favorite. You hate them the most?
Yeah. The Seahawks.
Who's the other one? The Rams?
No. I'm fine with Rams, whatever. No. Really, it's not. It should be really obvious. It should be really obvious. They robbed us of 2 Super Bowls. Who do you think
Broncos?
it is?
I don't know.
The Cheats.
Cheats. Oh, yeah. That's right. He does hate the Cheats.
The Cheats. It's like number one for you, Jason, I'm sure.
Yeah. I wish for them to lose even more games this year. Well, I don't think that's going to happen.
Wish you can have a negative in the win column.
But
so much I hate.
I will say this: they're going to have their hands full because they're not going to have Mahomes probably the first few weeks. Chargers should be back to full strength. Denver is going to be at full strength. The Raiders are not going to be the pushover that they were the last few years. So it's not going to be easy for them to just come back and retake the division.
I mean, they gave away their corners for free.
Here's a question. Out of all of our teams, Larry, which team has the most likely path to 4th place in the division?
Most likely 4th place? That'd be the Vikings.
Well,
I think Larry, Dallas.
Do you think it's the Vikings? You think it's Dallas?
I didn't say that because he said that. I think Kyler Murray is going to probably win our division this year to get a big contract and then suck for the next 3 or 4 years. That's what I think. But you say
ours is impossible.
Last in the division, we were the only division that didn't have a losing record on any of our teams. So
you just have to be 4th. You just have to be 4th.
Our 4th.
That's why you'll be 4th.
Better than Dallas. So
I like Detroit, Chicago.
Yep. Detroit finished the season. I think
I like Green Bay better too.
Detroit.
I don't like Kyler Murray now.
Minnesota finished the season 9-8. Green Bay finished the season 9-6 and 1.
I can't think of one year where Kyler Murray played
season. How many wins?
Season great.
How many wins?
He had a couple games.
I know that Washington will have Jaden Daniels back, and the Giants will have all of their 50 injured people back, plus Harbaugh. So I think that Dallas has the biggest chance to be last. As long as Arizona's there, San Francisco's safe. And Denver, Kansas City's going to be having Mahomes list probably for the first few weeks. And the Raiders are still there and need a couple years. So Denver will be fine. That leaves Minnesota and Dallas. And I think the only thing that hurts Minnesota is our division is substantially better than yours. So.
What? No, the Giants are great.
I don't know. They made a lot of good moves this year.
again, for the first time in like 70 years, a division finished with every team over 500. So that's the NFC North last year.
That's ignorant. That's ignorant.
What's ignorant?
I'm just messing with you.
Oh.
I feel like the NFC East has the most teams that make it to the playoffs each, on average of each year. They usually have the most representative teams come out of
They had
East.
one last year. It's a lot.
I know. We're not talking about last year. I'm talking about all the years. If you look back.
The year before that, we had 3
teams that come out of the East than any other division.
How many did y'all have?
Let me fact check this.
How many times have you seen 3 teams come out of the division because they're all 8-8?
Oh, the NFC North year before last had 3 teams come out of the division. 2 teams had 14+ wins. 1 had 12.
I mean, the year the Giants won the Super Bowls, I don't even think they were first coming into the. I don't even think
they were a wild card team.
They were wild card teams.
Yeah. They were a wild card team
losing in the first round. Dropping extra points and field goals.
So here's the statistic according to it's AI, so it needs to be fact checked. But according to this particular AI, in the last 20 years, the NFC or the AFC East has been represented more of any other team or any other division in the AFC, and the NFC West is represented the most out of any division.
That would have been my second choice. So
I wonder where it ranks.
Why don't you do the last 30 years? No, I'm just joking.
Throw in the dynasty. Oh, but we're gonna go further back than that. Then, Brian, we're going into the 80s.
Just do ever. Last 50 years. How many Super Bowls are there? 55?
Well, that was 60 this year, right?
I don't remember.
So
probably
61 coming up. I was trying to think of a hot take for this year. The only thing I was thinking was Saints win the NFC South. I mean, that's not saying much. All those teams suck. But
I still think the Bucs can make the move.
All time, it is the NFC East, followed by the AFC East, then the NFC West.
You're saying the Giants have won a lot of Super Bowls. The Redskins won Super Bowls.
Eagles have 2 now.
Yeah.
The bottom is the NFC North.
All time?
All time.
Yeah, because the Bears have 1 and the Packers have what? 4?
But that's just right. But that's not Super Bowl wins, right? That's like just representation in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But doesn't that get a little convoluted because they used to have the Central divisions and then they split it up when they had the expansion teams and then they had the North and the South.
Yeah, it's going to be skewed a little bit. You're right. Because they have NFC Central on here too at 92 games played. The NFC Central. Real quick, who is in the NFC Central?
The 4 North teams plus Tampa Bay.
It was Tampa Bay, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that would be why the NFC North would have the least, because it's been a real division for the shortest amount of time.
You're right. The numbers are skewed, and the other ones barely changed. Yep, you're right.
They did that when they added the New Browns and the Texans. They split them all up.
Well, one more take. Who's number 1 in fantasy pick this year? Number 1. Who are you taking number 1?
Go ahead. You can start.
Oh, you
Everybody else starts. You can start this time.
Oh yeah, okay. With Joe healthy again and probably on fire, it's going to be Ja'Marr Chase. JSN a second, but it's hard. But they lost Walker, so I got to go with somebody like that has one of the most accurate quarterbacks of all time, Ja'Marr Chase.
Anyway, see y'all later.
Come on, man! It's the number one. It's not like it's going to change anybody's
If,
opinion.
If I would have told you what my number one was last year, you would have picked him in front of me. So,
yeah. If I have the number one pick, I'll probably go Gibbs.
Bijan Mustard. Ooh, he might be a better pick this year with Tua over there as long as he doesn't have brain damage.
Is what I would go number one overall. He was my number one overall last year as well.
Yeah, you did leak that to me though. I already knew, but I still didn't pick him.
Detroit's offense will move the ball more than Atlanta's. I think Gibbs has more touchdown upside, so that's why I would rather go Gibbs than Bijan. I'm not saying Gibbs is a better running back. I mean, better running back Bijan, but just situation, I'd rather have Gibbs, especially with Montgomery leaving.
I think Algiers leaving Atlanta too. So
Algier did leave.
But yeah, they lost Algier, the vulture.
Just wait till they draft Jeremiah Love.
That would be insane.
You're saying Atlanta's going to get Jeremiah Love?
I'm just joking, man.
They don't have a first round pick.
If they get Jeremiah Love, I will never draft Bijan again.
They don't have a first round pick. The Rams have their pick.
That's right. The Rams have it.
So the Rams could get him, which would be freaking scary.
I don't think he's going to get outside the top 10. I think the Commanders at 7 is as far as he'll go.
So what if the Rams decide to trade their first round pick and their first round pick next year?
I think that the Rams are going to draft a receiver with their first pick, and then their second pick, they're going to try to go after Ty Simpson, that quarterback.
Yeah, because they know that Stafford's days are numbered.
Jeremiah
they have to get a quarterback this year. Unless they think Jeremiah Jimmy G at the age of 35 is going to be able to go win Super Bowls for him.
I see his upside, but he's no better than Travis Etienne. Sorry.
Who's that?
Jeremiah Love. And I'm a Notre Dame fan. That guy's great, but
I don't know. I think he's got Alvin Kamara kind of ability. I think he can play all 3 downs.
I think they got him projected to the Titans, that'd be interesting.
Yeah. That's where I think he's actually going to go because Cam Ward needs somebody. Spears isn't a full-time back, and Pollard's
not either anymore.
So that's right. Spears is gone, huh? And then but they still got Pollard, right?
I'm not sure.
But I think Pollard will go back to what he was with Zeke, and Jeremiah will be the lead guy.
No, I don't see it. All right. Well, I know that we have an hour and 15 minutes in the stream. It's really nice getting back to football and talking football again and getting all that out in the open. 2 weeks from now, catch us on the next live. For now, 4 regular guys.